everybody, we're here to talk to you today a little bit about gaming mechanics. We had a few of you ask either about where ideas come from or how we develop them. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there, a lot of gamers like to also create games or have ideas they've been working on. And I wish there was an easy how-to or one magical button you could press that solves all the problems.
But then everybody would do it.
And if it was everybody would be doing it, yeah. What we do is we do a lot of talking out loud. We come up with an idea we like and we bounce it off each other. Sometimes we work separately on different ideas and we get to a point we kind of run them by each other. Stuffed was created almost instantly. It was you roll dice and you collect things. That game developed quick enough that it solved itself and it beat the skin. We had the entire mechanic done before I even knew what we're gonna put on there. And then you have games like Who Goes There? That was
a bear.
Yes.
A beast.
It was
a burden.
An undertaking. When working on games, you don't make it pretty. A lot of people will do a lot of the artwork and you could see them cutting out nice things for their demo. It's so not ready for that. We had index cards in Sharpie and our board was just 2 sheets of paper and it was just Post-it notes everywhere. It's not pretty, but it has to function. Like I think it was 6 months before our pencil even hit the paper because we didn't even know what to put in the cards. There's stuff that never made it in the game. We had the rope that could have tied people up, but we had
sabotage and bonfire.
Acid would, if the wrong person got it, it would ruin the next weapon. You had to actually go to your locker room in order to get your locker cards. There was a dice that represented whether you could go inside or outside. All this was a wreck. Like we had it in our head, it was like, oh, you roll the dice and that'll let you know, oh, it's locked, it's not locked. We talked and then 6 months later, we got somebody over here and the 3 of us sat down to play it. And it was awful. I think we played for maybe 45 minutes to realize we just couldn't play anymore. It was so broken.
But we had something to fix.
We did, and this is huge. If you let it go, you will never have a solution. But if you keep plugging away at it, you will end up coming up with something that you'll be proud of. Anthony, tell them a little bit, just because I like it, the ghost game concept you had.
The idea was initially started out as a tile flipping where you're moving around and just trapping ghosts, but the problem was it became more about exploring, and literally once you flip a tile, if there's ghosts in there, you deal with the ghosts at that point. So you're not really moving around and the ghosts are moving and you're kind of hunting them. It's literally, okay, I flipped it, there's a monster or a ghost, and then now I fight it and roll and do that, and then I move on to the next tile. So it was more about a tile flipping, exploring concept, and it just didn't pan out for that theme.
Sometimes a theme comes first. For me, I'll come up with this really fun idea and I want to engage in these characters, interact with these characters I've created, and then the thematic part drives me into doing mechanics. Was the ghost concept the game first or the skin that you wanted to engage with?
It's a little bit of both. The art kind of drives the mechanic in some points when it gets stuck. It's like, okay, well, what do I need to do that makes it feel like I'm trapping a ghost? Or what does it make it feel like that I'm exploring a house that's haunted? It depends on what you're going for thematically versus mechanically. And so right now it's
shelved it for a bit.
Shelved, but the want is still there.
Right, and that's the biggest thing if you're gonna have anything while creating is a want. You've gotta wanna see it through. If not, it's gonna be like everything else. And like Anthony was saying, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Come up with the kind of game you want to do, and everything needs to be focused on that one thing. And if you want there to be a really fun part of that game, make sure the fun part drives you to winning it. Otherwise, it kind of just sits on the back burner. Anyway, this is just us rambling a little bit, just to share some of the frustrations that we've had, some of the successes. But hang in there, and if y'all have ideas y'all want to share with us, put them below. If y'all have ideas or things you want us to work on, let us know about it. Y'all have an awesome week.